Blue Gold, 9 Sustainable Development Goals, 9 episodes to discover inspirational stories about water. Episode 3, Acting Against Poverty.
Matale is actually right in the center of Sri Lanka, with rice fields in the valley and tea plantations at the top.
I think Beirut is one of the highest population density in the world. A lot of buildings, traffic jam. So those regions are suffering from a lot of water shortages.
Earth. Some people call it the blue planet. Over 70% of its surface is covered by water. And yet, only 2.5% of it is fresh water. Throughout history, people have shared and fought for land, for food, for resources. Each decade has had its new gold: black gold for oil, white gold for ivory. Who could have imagined that water would become the new gold? Every minute on Earth, 5 people die for lack of access to clean water. By 2025, 2/3 of the world's population may face water shortages. Goal number 1, no poverty. For Veolia Water Technologies, this goal is about providing clean water to as many people as possible. In this episode, we will discover how providing access to water helps reduce inequalities and poverty around the globe, whether it is in a remote area of Sri Lanka or in a densely populated city such as Beirut, Lebanon.
If you look at the main cities in the world, all the big cities are near big rivers. So when you have water, you will have development.
Nicolas Asbani is the project designer of a new water treatment plant in a neighborhood south of Beirut.
You know, Beirut has many sources of water coming from the rivers, from underground water, from snow melting season. We rely only on mainly river water and dam water. So the government of Lebanon is running this mega project to build a series of dams, of tunnels, of catchments and hydroelectric powers so that the water problem will be hopefully solved in the future. Before we built this treatment plant, people used to get their water in tankers. So tankers came and distribute water to the household reservoirs. So it were costing them a lot of money, a lot of energy to pump the water.
And for some families, those water expenses for drinking, cooking and showering represent up to 30% of the income.
If the society doesn't have its basic needs, it will be very hard for it to go for higher needs and the economic development.
Here, the challenge for Veolia Water Technologies is to treat and distribute fresh water with a flow rate of 3 cubic meters per second to 1.6 million inhabitants. Despite having a radically different topography and environment, Sri Lanka is in a surprisingly similar situation. Olivier Estienne, who works on the Great Matale water supply project, explains.
Water is a start. You bring projects, you bring development to a new place, actually the center of the country, where from there you will be able to spread, I would say, the wealth, to have an inclusive economy and to have people enjoying the benefits of the project.
The Great Matale project, run by Veolia Water Technologies, will treat and distribute 75,000 cubic meters per day of fresh water for domestic and agricultural use.
The biggest challenge is actually the fact that we have to build all those water treatment plants at the same time. Usually one project is only for one water treatment plant. Here in this case we have more than 21 sites in total in Matale district, and we have to build 5 water treatment plants at the same time, yes.
The project is right in the heart of Sri Lanka, and it takes 4 hours to go the 150 kilometers from Colombo, the capital city, to Matale, to bring any material, but the results are worth the effort. But this project has also been a great opportunity to stimulate local employment.
We've started from scratch. Actually, we were only two, and the team has grown to more than 60 people, and we have employed more than 2,000 people. The idea was also to build a team, nurture it, train it, so that actually our knowledge could be shared after the project. For the people we have employed, it was one of the first things in their mind to contribute to their country's progress.
Water connects every aspect of life. Access to safe water can quickly turn problems into potential. Like empowering people with time for education and work. But it also puts Earth back at the center of our preoccupations.
Building such a big project in a remote agriculture area, bringing drinking water to 350,000 people, it's not given every day. And now that the project is almost completed, trust me, they really believe in it. They really believe in the greater good that we have provided to the Matale district. Yeah.
As hard as it is to believe, access to clean water is a fundamental right since only 2010. Yet, for many, it is the first step to escape from poverty, inequalities, and conflict. The clock is ticking. A mere 10 years is left to meet the targets we have set ourselves. A decade for action, as the Secretary General of the United Nations, Antonio Guterres, calls it. So, let's act today. We are all resources.